Well, I started to feel the
Can you
nervous,
come closer to your computer? Yeah, so we can hear you.
starting to feel the nervousness you spoke about, and that also for me is a sign that something wants to come up. So that's how I put my hand up. But can I hear the question you offered? Is it possible?
You want to hear the question repeated?
Please.
Sheetal, would you like to repeat it?
Sure. Can you hear me, Kamyar? Arya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Fine. Yeah, you're good.
So, Kamyar and whoever else is left to share, I was just wondering if you could reflect on this idea that what would the world look like if each of us would start sharing the good and the goods in our life that we already have, instead of waiting to create more for sharing. For an example, if I have enough food in my house or enough resources in my house, should I be building longer or taller walls or longer tables to share? And it's just an invitation that what would the world look like if we just started sharing whatever little we have already?
Yes.
Thank you, Sheetal. Kamyar, okay, I can see that you get it. Okay, you're on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you again for sharing it.
Again, if you can please move close to your computer. Yeah.
Well, something that's coming to me right now is probably the world might look like what we are experiencing right now. Because we are all, it seems like we're sitting around one table, all of us, and there are so many things we are already sharing right now, which may not be that much materialized. But for example, when Zhao is offering her pain and longing and speaking from such a deep place, that's like a treasure to be offered. It shows me how she feels safe with me sitting in this table, and what a gift is that. And everybody's story, she tells a story. It really touched me, and hearing your story, I felt you have been in a sacred journey from your birth moment. And then how everybody else is listening. I mean, Rumi always talks about the ear of the heart. And he says it's very different to listen from this one or to listen from the ear of your heart. And I can see a group of people who are sitting here offering the ear of their heart. And what a gift is that, to have, um, recognizing that, for example, each one of us could choose to do something else right now in this moment. And we're choosing to sit and put something in our center, which is called wisdom for sharing and sacredness, and to sit around it and give it space. And this is how the world would look like. Which is, I really, really appreciate it. It's so beautiful. I'm very grateful to be here. This is it.
Sunya, thank you so much, Kumya. Thank you. I think you have given us a vision. You've expanded my vision of the circle. Rosida.
When I was listening to you, I just looked outside and saw our neighbor's home.
Sita, can I ask you also to get a little closer, speak a little louder? Thank you.
So when I was listening to you all, I just found myself looking outside our neighbor's home, and I remembered maybe 3.5 months ago when we moved here, just for a couple of months. We didn't have a permanent internet connection, and although we didn't know each other and we didn't have any connection before, I just felt like going and asking if we can share the connection, because we won't be able to stay here to get a contract for internet, for a yearly one. then how she responded was so warm and was so welcoming. She said, yeah, we can share it and you don't have to pay, you don't have to do anything. And then that's how our relationship started. And after 3 months now, her kids are coming to our house almost every day. I'm teaching music them. They are eating here. We are playing with them. And yesterday, we played a game with ball that I actually forgot how to play. It was one that I used to play when I was a child, but yesterday I learned it again from a 7-year-old kid. And it was so great to experience that because he was so curious and so excited to share it with me. Oh, you should play like this, you should play like this. And I couldn't help imagining how the world might look like if we can really make this a life culture that whatever we have, just at that moment, if we share it with this openness and just feeling and sharing it at that moment. So this is what came to me, this image. So I'm really grateful for that. And going back to how this conversation started with Vital's mother, actually I owe all this way of seeing wisdom and seeing the way of sharing to my mother, because almost a year ago, when I decided to quit my job and decided to make a life culture out of this understanding, instead of exchanging money with information in the other work life, I realized that it's all my mother and the time that I spent with her. And then I realized she really seeded me as I was growing up, and I really come from that womb and that thing. So this is also how I can reflect on. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sita. Let's see. Wendy.
Let's see.
You're good.
I'm good. Okay. Well, I also was very moved and also related very much to legacies from our mothers, or it could be our fathers, but in my case, it's my mother as well. And I was thinking about how we can share our legacies and share the legacies of the people that came before us who are such wonderful teachers for us, and a way that we can bring that into the world to make the world a better place. And Asita, by the way, I would love if sometime you could share your music with us. I would love to hear that. And in my case, from my mother, there's a love of plants and animals and the natural world. And I'm just working on our garden outside and again, volunteering with animals. I think of sharing our lives with other beings of the plant and animal world, the natural world, maybe even rocks and minerals, that that there's just a connection that we as humans have with all the natural world, and the friendships and the love that we have with our other beings who inhabit the world with us. So I think that's what I'd like to say about just sharing our souls with the souls of our other beings and friends in this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Where did Preeta go? She kind of disappeared. Oh, well. Anuj, how about you?
I'm going to unmute my phone because I'm using that for the audio.
This works.
Okay. So first of all, thank you, everybody. A lot of wisdom and learning a lot. Shao, that was a heartfelt share. Thank you. Just came back from India, from home, so I can relate to what you said. Two things came up. One is that in Singapore, as we were visiting their few friends and service-based friends actually, there is a project going on in Singapore where this person trying to put this concept forth for people, so they can actually share their vehicles, irrespective of them being in there or not. So they will take a vehicle, go to a location, park that, and some other person will take that vehicle from there, go to another location, park it there, and the vehicle goes around for people who want to travel all around, which was pretty cool. I thought it was a great concept. So I really want to see where it goes. The other thing is this thing that came up as Shah was sharing about family, and I remember a time with my siblings, my nephews and niece, and then also my cousins. So much more with my cousins in India. What happened is there was a time that none of us would connect on just being on a friendly level. We were related, but we were not talking because the elders in the family will fight, and so we became part of the fight, and we would not talk with each other, and I would behave badly with them and they'll do the same reciprocation, and so the ties were almost gone. And then I remember starting sharing simple things with them like fruits. Whenever I would go home from college, I would just share some movies or sit with them and talk about watch a movie and then discuss the movie, if nothing else, because coming from that level of understanding, what did you learn from a movie or things like that. So it started on a very basic level, play games with them, and then started inviting them to my house more and more so they can feel comfortable with that. And it has come to the point today that if I visit India, they will come visit me wherever I am in India, and be with me even if it's just for a few days. So that love has grown, and in the spirit of sharing, where I learned that whatever I have I need to share, whether it's, if I cannot start with my own cousins, I cannot go any more further. And so I think sharing and love has that testimony. Thank you.
Thank you, Anush. Beautiful. Thank you. Who would like to speak next? Madhur. Yes, let's unmute you. You're on.
Yes. Hi, everyone. It was really nice to see everyone today. And yesterday I was reading one post which was saying that all of us are cosmic energy and made up of atoms, and we all are connected. So I was thinking about that when Sheetal was saying that if we all start sharing what we have, then there won't be any dearth. So actually connected, and whatever we do for the good of others, wise people are saying. I mean, from experience also.
Madhur, I've muted your video because your audio is not coming through, and maybe this will help. Let's see if we can hear you.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone and say that I enjoyed the conversation. It was a good learning, and I could relate to many things because Sheetal was talking from Kabir and Golden Temple, and I have visited those places. I've read those things, and I was really, I wanted to hug Diao when she was actually having an emotional spell, because earlier I used to also have the same kind of feeling when I was out of hope. It was very nice to see that feeling coming out truly. From my side, yet today I had a small service activity in my home, and it left me so joyful that I can really feel that when we share something and we give it to somebody else, the joy remains in our home. So that's a blessing. That's all from my side. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Madhur. I'm going to put your video. Oh, you have to. I requested you to start video, so you can put your video back on. There you go. Okay, we're good. Maury, how about you?
You on mute? Oh, you have.
You're on. You're on.
Oh, I've been very, very moved by the sharing. And one reflection is that this conversation and the energy behind it is sort of the antithesis to the current political dialogue in our country, which is one of exclusion and blaming the other rather than welcoming the other. And I think we need more of this as a counter. It's not just in this country, but it's really strong in this country right now. That's all I want to say right now.
Thank you, Maury. Has everyone gone? Is there anyone who hasn't spoken yet?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, who is this?
Amol.
Oh, yes, Amol. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just, I'm really grateful for all the sharing which has happened from Sheetal and I just don't remember the name. She told about her parents, and I have this feeling, yeah, Lihao. Okay. So when she shared, I get this feeling when you wish to do something, but you can't. I mean, you find yourself in some sort helpless or lack of capacity. So in these situations, I typically pray, and I feel that. I will go back and what I can do for this. So probably I look at my needs and I will look whether am I really consuming more or look at my needs and what I can share more. I mean that's what I feel right now after sharing. So just grateful to all of you and just actually kind of pray for the situation to and also act, and I think that's all I want to share right now.
Thank you, Amol. Is there anyone else who has not yet spoken at this time? I think we all have, except for me. I want to answer your question, Sheetal, very briefly. I actually resonate to what you're saying, Maury. Very aware that in the U.S. at this time, we're at a time where the level of dialogue in politics on the large stage that we hear about every day on TV, read on the news, has descended to such a low level. And here we are in this circle, each of us offering our humble gifts to support a world of kindness, of generosity, of connecting with, receiving, and sharing material gifts and love with everyone. So I'm holding, the paradox of living in that world. And Wendy knows this. We'll sort of read something, in the New York Times or see it on TV, and we'll say, "Oh my God." And then, well, what do? Well, we could sort of give in to despair. Or I can say, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I can to bring together another circle and create another space for people to talk to each other. And I'm going to do it twice as much as I did before. And, part of this reflection is, I think, many or most of us in this circle are also connected with service space and all of the thousands and thousands of small acts of kindness around the world, where people share love with each other, and that strengthens itself. That keeps going stronger. So many people, it keeps getting stronger. So Sheetal, when I think about your question, I think, what would the world look like? I imagine, a big, huge awakened circle with 8 billion of us in the same circle, sitting together in each other's presence and sharing what we have. That's my reflection.